The story we want to hear today might be something you've heard many times, but few know the original story. A bone stuck in the wound. The butcher cut his hand while working with the cleaver. Blood was gushing from his wound. The neighbors gathered around him and quickly took him to the clinic. After disinfecting the wound, the doctor was about to stitch it up when something caught his attention. A small piece of bone was stuck in the wound. At first he wanted to remove it, but then he changed his mind. He bandaged the wound as it was and said, "The wound is clean. You should come every other day to change the dressing." From that day on, every time the butcher went to the clinic, he would bring a piece of meat with him. But no matter how much time passed, the wound just wouldn't heal. Several weeks went by like this until one day the main doctor left town for a business trip. In his place, his young son, who had just become a doctor, came to work at the clinic. That day, the butcher came for a dressing change. The new doctor opened the wound and examined it carefully. Something caught his attention. He removed the piece of bone that was still stuck in the wound, with one swift motion. He closed the wound and said, "You'll heal soon?" 3 days later, the butcher returned happily and said, "Doctor, may God bless you. The wound is healing." The doctor changed the dressing once more and said, "From tomorrow, you don't need to come anymore." A few days later, the main doctor returned from his trip. At the lunch table, he stuck his fork into the food, but there was no sign of the ear. He said to his wife in surprise, "Why is the food here without meat?" His wife gave him a wise look and said, "Your son is not like you, to get meat from the butcher every day." The doctor asked in surprise, "Didn't the butcher come?" His son calmly replied, "Yes, he came, but I healed his wound, so he didn't come back." The doctor slapped his forehead and said, "Oh, you foolish boy. They intentionally left that piece of bone so that we could get meat every day." And that's how the expression "a bone in the wound" came to be used for people who hinder others' progress. Have you ever encountered such people? Thank you for staying with us until the end of the video. And I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel to support us. And don't forget to like and comment. Until the next video.